Hello and welcome to this product demo of bulk clone for Jira Cloud. In this product demo, we'll go through the overview of what you can configure and automate, and also the day-to-day cloning operations which may occur. So let's start on the apps side. So on the apps menu, once you install bulk clone, you should get it on the menu here. You can click to get into the admin aspects of the entire plugin. So here you can see the templates tab panel. These are the presets basically which you have saved from an earlier cloning operation. Clone spaces is particularly useful for Jira admins. Here is where you can create a new clone or a new space or a new project based on an existing source project. You can carry over configurations and everything else. So just to give you an example here, we have a team-based project. There are a bunch of different templates we can carry over, or we can convert it into a company-managed project, and then you will have a set of configuration options here. Carry over the schemes, like the field schemes and the work type schemes, the screen schemes and the workflow schemes. You can decide how much data you want to carry over with the JQL query here, or you can clone the project without any issues at all. It's entirely up to you. The third panel here is around X-Ray. So if you have X-Ray purchased or installed, you need to set up what we call an API token key in order to enable a user for X-Ray. So for all the testers out there, this is good news. Then you can actually clone and copy test cases and test case hierarchies, plans, executions, etc. The next one is the dashboard, and this one is particularly useful, especially for Jira admins again. So you can actually have an idea of how much has been cloned between two different dates. So if I go back to January here, and update it again, you can actually see that the numbers are changing. You can see the number of issues cloned during a specific data interval. You can actually take a look at the cloning trend over time, how it's spread across different issue types, top projects which has been cloned from, and the top users that has performed the cloning operation. The next one is the tab panel and the log. And here you can actually see how the previous cloning operation went. So when you do day-to-day cloning, all the logs are actually gathered here. So you can actually go back and see if it carried out things in a normal way. Especially if you have errors, that is very helpful for us if we want to help you research what was the problem. And the final thing here is on the license bit. You can see what type of license you're running on. So these are the admin aspects and the setup aspects of things. Certain things are just permitted for Jira admins to do, and other things like templates, for instance, you can go in and edit yourself if you have saved them. So let's move now into some of the day-to-day cloning scenarios. So now we have two projects, and I want to take data from one project to another. So I have a little filter here with a hierarchy of issues between epics and stories, and I choose to actually clone that scope. You remember we talked about templates in the setup. This is where they also pop up. So if I wanted to clone with this one as a template here, you can immediately see that it's actually choosing to pre-fill those things. So you can create your own templates. We'll come back to that in a second. So I'll take this off again. If we go through section by section, on the general section here, it's more around subtask attachments, rebuild epic links, which is applicable in our case because we have a hierarchy here of epics and stories. So I will check this one so it actually preserves or respects the links between the source set and the clone set. Also, parent links are if you have any defined relationship between a parent and a child in your own clone issue types, you can use this one as well. It will work in a similar fashion like the Epic fields. Labels, estimates, status is where you can alter the workflows. So if the source project and the target project have different workflows, then you can check this one and you can map it over to a different workflow status. Clone work item links is actually new for the latest release. This enables you to change the link, established link you have between two items. So perhaps you have a link relationship which is called relates. You can then change that in the clone set to be, for instance, blocks or something else. It gives you full flexibility to change it for the issues you have in scope for the filter. And if X-ray is installed and connected, set up, as you saw in the tab panel before, you can then clone the test details and so on. If there is nothing to clone, there will be nothing to carry it over. And here also you can put a prefix on the summary field. So my name is Lars, I want the prefix to be here, and my last name is Broden. So all of the summary fields now should have this prefix and suffix. Let's see. Let's go ahead and clone. And soon we will get the grouping page here. So I decided to clone this to an existing project called CBP, or by the way, I changed my mind. I want to move it to another Gladiators project. Let's say Gladiator 6, that seems to be okay. And I actually had a mandatory field in here. So Gladiator 6 goes for the epics as well. And that's pretty much it basically. So these are the two issue types which I had in my filter. So if I wanted to change the link relationship here, if I had any, I don't have any in this particular filter now, but if I had, I could, for instance, go from blocks to something else and just choose that here. So let's now see what the output is. So here you can see the settings I have. You remember the templates we could choose from the drop down, which we saw in the tab panel in the beginning. So I can save this template right now. And when I save it, it will then pop up the next time I do the cloning operation. Then I don't need to set all the initial configurations. So now it starts cloning. And now it's cloning the hierarchy between epics and stories into the Gladiator 6 project. And the progress thermometer here shows you the progress basically, and the percentage here as well. And soon we will be done with the cloning operation. And once we are done with this one, we press the acknowledge and we can see the result set in here. And here is the new cloned epic. And you can actually see that the associated stores are following with it for the new clone set of stories. That's all I wanted to show you with a little high level walk around. For more detailed use case cloning scenarios, take a look at our homepage for further instructions. That's all for now, and thank you.